For those who can't afford the pricey costs of Sony's upcoming flagship phones, the XZ Premium and the XZS, then the Xperia XA1 and XA1 Ultra should prove to be more cost effective, without sacrificing the charm with Sony's designs. Following in traditional Sony design, these are two very similar looking phones with their flat looks, but there's obviously a huge size disparity. When it comes to being pocketable, the XA1 is one of the few phones in the market that can be handled with just a single hand. However, the XA1 Ultra is on the complete other end of the spectrum with its gargantuan size. Sure, Sony loves to tout the borderless designs with their edge-to-edge screens, but the compromise is seen in the space above and below the displays. Now, the huge bezels are an eyesore, but despite that, we can't deny that the screens look lovely, especially in the XA1 Ultra and its 6-inch 1080p screen. It's roomy to say the least, but unfortunately for the XA1, it's been stepped down to a 5-inch 720p screen. Sony managed to slap 23-megapixel XMORE-RS sensors into both phones, which are being pegged for their low-light performances. They're so confident about the performance of its new cameras, they're promising stellar quality even at ISO 6400. For those selfie lovers out there though, they'll gravitate towards the 16-megapixel front-facing camera that's on the Xperia XA1 Ultra, which also features built-in optical image stabilization and a front-facing LED flash. Specs-wise, they're very similar if you look down the sheet, but there's just a slight advantage with the XA1 Ultra, like its screen resolution, the larger 2700 mAh battery, and its front-facing camera. Everything else, however, are pretty much identical. Take for example the processor, which is a 64-bit base octa-core MediaTek Helio chip, which handles all the basic stuff nicely from what we've seen so far. And they're both also running Android Nougat out of the box with Sony's usual custom skin. Now, in terms of pricing and release, Sony has announced that the XA1 will begin to go on sale on May 1st through retailers like Amazon, Best Buy, B&H, and much more, and they'll be selling for $300. That's pretty good. That's not too shabby too when you think about it, but we're curious to see where they place the XA1 Ultra later on in late spring. We're hoping to see it under $500 at the very least, just because anything more than that, it'll be competing against other giants in the premium space. And there you go guys, that's a quick hands-on look at these two phones. If you want to learn more about them, you can check out our website, androidauthority.com. This is John V, signing off.